Alright, today I thought I'd check out Scourgebringer for mobile. The game is sold with no microtransactions. It is sold for $7. I actually had some Google Play points from buying stuff on PGR and Phantom Blade Executioner, so I got it for $4. Right now, there is one major problem with the port, and that is if you're using a controller, L2 and R2, or left trigger and right trigger respectively, do not work right now. Just like the last video upload. I don't know how the hell they don't notice that, but here we are. Hopefully that will get hotfixed soon. So, you're going to have some disadvantages. You might have to map some things to other buttons, which won't be too bad, but should be okay. One thing I noticed is if you go in here, one of the biggest complaints about this game was that the dash is not invincible, which the game tells you to use it to dodge attacks, and then you get hit, and it's like, what the heck? Like, it should be invincible. I was definitely part of that crowd. It's interesting. I booted this up, and I had never played the pre-release version of this or anything. I just bought the game on a whim because I had some money. It defaults to easy, and it defaults to having dash iframes on. So, this is something that they added later on because they got a lot of complaints about how hard this game is. So, if you're sweaty hardcore and you'd like to not have fun, you can go ahead and turn it off, but this is what the game actually defaults to, which is kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and do some quick gameplay here. See if I can unlock some stuff here. Wanted me to leave a review, I would just say fix your controller support. I get making games and porting stuff is hard, but it's hard to be accepting and like literally the first thing you do is boot up the game and try to push a button and the game doesn't accept it. Just like what happened with Streets 4 mobile today. The controller support is otherwise fine if you can look past that. This game was pretty divisive when it came out. It's definitely a good example of what happens when you try to make a skill-based roguelike. The problem is that as a like a byproduct of being skill-based, runs are kind of the same every time. It was like one of the biggest complaints with this game when it came out. so there's one level. The port seems pretty solid. Ironically, the current Switch emulator runs this game perfectly, so that might be a better option for some. If you have a jailbroken Switch, you can go ahead and dump your legal copy and play it on there. They mostly just need to fix the L2 and R2 not working. I don't know how the hell that happens, but here we are. The game kind of doesn't function with that because this actually does use quite a bit of the controller. It's not like the Streets 4 port where you have a lot of freedom with the buttons because, you know, it's normally only a 3-button game and you have, like, you know, total of like a dozen buttons on the controller. This game actually uses quite a bit of the face buttons and the triggers, the shoulder buttons and stuff, so hopefully they will fix that. I do think it's pretty interesting that the accessibility basically has the dash-in vulnerability on default. I think it definitely does make the game a lot better, because the dash is not something that you can spam in this game. Like, it has a long cooldown, and you can only do a couple before you land. Kind of a weird design choice. It's not something that a lot of people agreed with, so I definitely recommend playing on default settings to unlock some stuff and then go from there. Hope this helps. If they do update the game, I will let you guys know. I'll also be adding this to my kitty sitting / retro stream lineup, so I'll put this in the repertoire after I finish some of my other stuff. Thanks for watching.